crafters, welcome into Guys Craft 2. My name is John, and it has been a crazy weekend. I've got a lot of things done, a lot of things going, but it has been busy, just busy, busy. Hmm. Sorry. So I hope you all have had a good weekend. The things have been going well for you. I am planning on changing out Mr. Needle because Mr. Jake here has been trying to give me problems tonight or this afternoon. So that hasn't been fun, but we will get him satisfied so he can quilt. I did get some projects done. Joydy, number one in the chat tonight. Thanks, Joydy, for being here. Hey, Jackie, welcome in. Miss Ballonas from Tucson is here. Good afternoon, everyone. It was great seeing you. It was. We had so much fun today. So if you have not done the Sonanikins with Russ, actually had a good time. I only got to stay on about 45 minutes or so just because I had so much going on, but it is certainly well worth joining and being part of that. It was amazing to see how many people were in there chatting and on the Zoom. So that was really fun. Brian's here. Hey, Brian, welcome in. Thanks for being here this afternoon. Russ is here. Poor Russ. Says, hello, chatters and lurkers. I hope everyone's having an awesome day. I just finished playing Sir. Oh, look at him. So the poor guy did, what, an 8-hour quilt along, not a quilt along, but a 8-hour session today, and still had found time to go play on his 3D printer. So I tell you what, that's a man of dedication right there. I am very impressed. So he has certainly had his day filled today. See what else is going on. Becky's here. Hey, Becky. Thanks for joining this afternoon. Jeannie's here. Thanks for being in this afternoon. Jen's here. Wow, we got a lot of folks in and on already this afternoon. Barb's here. Hey, Barb. Welcome in. Thanks for being here tonight. Let's see who else. Sally's here, all the way from California. Thanks for being here this afternoon, Sally. Joyce is here. Hey, Joyce. And Candace is here. Hey, Candace, welcome in. Thanks for being here this afternoon. So I hope you all have had fun and had a great weekend. I know I certainly have. I've had a lot of different things going on and just trying to catch up with all that's been happening. And so we will see how this afternoon goes. I will show you a couple of projects I'm working on. I did buy a new pattern book because, you just can't ever have enough patterns. So, it's kind of like quilt kits, right? It's easy to collect them. It's the getting to them that seems to be the problem for John. But, eventually it's going to happen. And it'll be fun when it does. So we will see how those things go. I actually did watch a YouTube video this week and have figured out now how to do how to use my needle threader on Jake here, and that seems to be working better. Although we've been struggling with him a little bit this afternoon on some other things. We'll see if putting a new needle in helps make him a little happier. That didn't work, so we'll try again. I am determined we are going to start using this needle threader, especially now that I'm getting blind as a bat. It's like, I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to start using this more. Really makes you wonder why Juki made this as unfriendly as they have. I think, oh, whoops, that's not going to work. So let's see if we can get this rethreaded and see if we can figure out what else is going on. I did buy a new book this week, pattern book. It is, wow, got too much stacked over here. 100 Modern Quilt Blocks And this is an awesome book if you are a Tula Pink fan. I have no idea when this came out. I just saw it the other day and it somehow landed in one of my shopping carts and somehow showed up in the mail. So you know how things are. It's just weird how that kind of stuff happens. But you know, when it happens, it happens. And not like I could do a lot about it when it was already here. We'll see a copyright on it. What happened to the old days where they had copyright pages? No, I'm not that old, right? So, oh, here it is, 2013. So, the book's been out and around a long time. But, anyways, Tula Pink's City Sampler 100 Modern Quilt Blocks. So, I picked that up. There's a lot of cool blocks in here. And I thought that might be fun, especially since I have been so gun shy about getting to opening my Tula Pink. At some point, I have got to open the Tula Pink. And I am just going to have to bite the bullet and say, okay, now's the time to make it happen. But so far, that hasn't happened for me, but it will. Look at that. I made it on the first try this time. So, Lord only knows. All right. So, hopefully, Mr. Juki will be um, happier. We'll give him a little bit more oil. He had oil earlier today, but I have actually been running him a whole lot. And he just seems to be in a mood today. I think he wasn't ready to work as hard as he had to today. And you know what? That happens. So he can get over it. I have to get over it because I could go back tomorrow to pay for all my toys and all the stuff I want to do. So it is what it is. See what else is going on. I'm missing the chat. Let's see. Candace goes, how does your room look so organized? Mine always looks like a tornado went through it. All right. So just so you know, I think I have a real OCD problems at times because Friday afternoon after work, I spent time rearranging. I have turned this sewing desk and table for the 20th time, rearranged all of these bookshelves again, rearranged those bookshelves. I think sometimes I do it because I just feel like I can't catch up on all the projects I have. So organizing the room makes me feel still in control. But if you all have watched and followed the channel enough, you know there's no such thing as me ever being in control. Jody says, look like you rearranged furniture or moved to a different room. Nope, still the same. Um, Still the same YouTube studio. I have now like a 60-inch screen TV so I can watch myself or watch others when I'm sewing in that. So I really needed this sewing table. It was originally facing out because I really wanted to be able to look out, even though all I see is the house next door. Um, but I liked that, except then it got creepy at night because then it felt spooky that they could see in, I couldn't see out, so that became an issue. So anyway, so I've rearranged the room probably for the 15th, 20th time. It is just kind of crazy. Becky says she's been cleaning up the sewing room for a week. I'm measuring all the fabric pieces before storing it. That is awesome. Now I will say I am OCD. I'm not that bad. I used to do that with all the batting. And I actually measured all the batting, put little post-it notes, and pinned it, and folded it nice, and stacked it, and realized it didn't matter. Every time I'd go to find a piece of batting, whatever size I needed, every piece was just too short, too long. I was like, whatever. I finally just gave up. So now I just got to go in and rummage to find the piece of batting that I need that lines up with what's going on. O'Brien says he has that book. It really looks like an amazing book. So I'm hoping that I enjoy that, hoping that I find some inspiration out of that. Oh, Stitcher says I'm confused. I expected you at 6 Eastern, not 7. The issue is Arizona never changes time. So I always do my live at 4 o'clock. And to be honest, I forget about the fact that the rest of the country jumps around. So 4 o'clock works for me. The problem is for you all on the other time zones. it's 6 o'clock part of the year, 7 o'clock the other part of the year, and it's just hard because this leads in. If I do an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, occasionally, uh, works right into dinner time for me. Then it's garbage night and a bunch of other stuff that needs to happen after. So I tend just to stay at the 4 o'clock time. But yes, it does um, mean that twice, once a year, twice a year, the time changes for everyone. What else? Of course, Russ has that book. You knew Russ had that book. I didn't even doubt that. Oh, look at Sally. She did have happy birthday weekend, Sally. How amazing. You are such a special lady. And she got roses. I am impressed. I enjoy getting flowers, and I know how special that can make you feel. And he also made a Home Depot run before leaving this morning to fix an issue with a toilet. And she is a lucky girl. You are a lucky girl. If you've got anyone that can do any type of home repair for you, you are very, very lucky. Cody goes, "That's a big job, isn't it, Becky?" It is a big job trying to keep your room straight, measure fabric. It's like, and I had to monitor at Quilt Club yesterday. So I had 4 hours there yesterday. So I did try to take stuff to work on, and I actually did get stuff cut out, which was a real blessing. So it did help me get ahead of today. But I had 4 hours. I was fortunate because my bestie was there to monitor with me. So we had a good time. We had a few laughs and giggles, and it's always fun being down there. But I have one more next Saturday, and that completes my obligations to the club for the year, which just makes it easier, especially now that the weather's breaking. A couple of weeks, we plan on going up to the park home, and so I'm anxious to get there and get that life going as well. Let's see what else. Come on, come on. Poor Jody goes, "I must be the only one here who doesn't have that book." Tell you what, never know that. When we do a um, quilting bee, who knows? Maybe one of those books will pop up. I have to see. Balloona says she doesn't have that one, but she's got a similar one. Yeah, my problem is anymore, if Tula puts her name on it, I tend to seem to feel like I have to have it. Becky said it's been a hot mess for too long. I'm planning on marking any new fabric that comes in from here on out. You notice I didn't say I was planning on not buying any more fabric. You go, girl. I tell you what, I will have you know, I was in two quilt stores on this week, and I did not buy fabric at either quilt store. So I actually didn't even look at fabric. Hey, Laura, thanks for being here this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Jordy says she has the 1000 Block book. I've got that too. I bought that. I think it was at Christmas time. I found it somewhere on special, and I just like sitting and going through them. What I'd really like to do is find more to pair up with my AccuQuilt because I really need to get away from all these kits and away from everything else, and I need to start using my AccuQuilt a whole lot more that I paid way too much money for. Oh, Citra says she likes seven. It's better for her. Better for them. Brian, Laura. Hey, Judy. Welcome in this afternoon. Thanks for being here. Belinda says she's not a Tula fan. I think Tula is one of those that you either like her or you don't. I don't think there's any in between because some of her fabrics are so wild. It just kind of goes with my personality, just out there. But at the same time, there's a lot of other, I like Confederate fabrics and I like, so it just really depends on my mood. But I do like Tula. I do have two drawers full. Jen says she doesn't have the book. Becky says, "Oh heck, to the no, Brian. I've already gone through nearly 300 magazine boards, not counting anything less than a yard that I only marked, pinned, and used masking tape." Yeah, I've got. I use cardboard and fold and wrap all of mine, which is in the other room, so I can't show you. Are the blocks in the book different sizes or all the same size? Well, that would see. Now you're asking, did I actually look at the book? I just looked at the pictures as so far as all I've done. But let's see. What's funny is I don't see where they tell you the overall dimensions. Now, why would you not tell me the overall dimensions? You tell me each piece and how much to cut. Number of fabrics is 3, number of pieces is 9, and it has a piecing diagram. I'm going to tell you that they're all probably the same size because they sure look like it. But I don't know that to be true. Oh, yeah, it says all blocks will measure 6.5 inches. So all of these are 6.5 inch blocks. Hmm, interesting. Good question. Always a good question. Um, Becky says someone help take his temperature. He must be sick. I am doing fine. I just had other things on my mind. I just ran in and out. I will tell you, I did. I didn't buy the kit, but I did end up buying this. Um, I don't know what it is about geese all of a sudden. I'm really hung up on geese, but they had this at the store when I went down over the Christmas holidays, and they had it on display, and it was absolutely adorable. But they were out of the kits, the templates, and all that. So I now have Duck Duck Goose block of the month, and I'm telling you guys, these are the most adorable geese out there. So I had to get them. They are all applique. So this whole big kit comes with all the different geese and that, and then tells you if you want to put this particular pattern together. The nice thing is it does come with the cut files, which I'm hoping to learn to get over on my Cricut so then I can scan them in so then I don't have to cut by hand, that I'll be able to cut on the Cricut and then just put down, because I actually bought a brand new box of Steamacine 2, and I have plenty of Steamacine 2. So even when I retire, I should still have plenty of Steamacine 2. All right, let's see what else is going on. Jody says, I'm sure you'll make up for it. Yeah, I probably will. I think even the store knows I'll make up for it, right? Um, See, Ingrid says, Hey, Ingrid, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here this afternoon. I got to see Ingrid earlier today. Um, they are, I mean, they were just, I don't know. I am just a sucker for that kind of stuff sometimes. So it just makes all the difference. So I have been working on that. Yeah, Laura says she has an AccuQuilt too. She needs to take more advantage of it. I agree. And I've bought several catalogs. I now have EQ8. I actually have some of the add-ons for EQ8 for AccuQuilt. And now AccuQuilt has actually come out with some of their own design software, which is really cool. But yet I don't need one more design software. I already have enough going on. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll see. We'll get it figured out. I always seem to get it figured out, and that's what matters. So I am finishing the table runner. So if you saw my posting, I think it was Friday night, I have been working on a what's called a Prairie Point table runner by Miss Donna Jordan. It was just so coincidental that I started working on this probably about a week and a half or so ago. And then to hear that she passed was very sad. I think Donna Jordan was one of the best teachers out there, at least for me. Um, how she taught, what she said, resonated with me. It made sense to me. So she really helped me get started in some different ways. And I had just started this table runner when when apparently she passed away, and apparently she's been ill for a while. So I just need to do the top stitching on it to finish it out. And then I will show you all what this looks like. I wanted something spring. And again, knowing me, I do like lively colors. So this definitely has the lively spring colors in it. Plus, I did the, what else was I going to tell you? I decorated the house for Easter this weekend. So I got all the St. Patrick's down, got all the St. Patrick's put away. And now I'm working on finishing out the Easter. I bought a new um, Disney Easter display, house display. It is so cute, guys. It came from Costco. I think it was like $99, $100. I'm not even sure how much it was. It was too adorable. It's got all the Disney characters, and they're all dressed for Easter. And of course, I had to have it. You know, sad thing is, if my grandchildren lived closer, they would love it because I am the biggest child, as my daughter has always said. I was more child than she was, and that's okay. I like being a child. So, anyways, I got that out. That is set up and decorated. Looks really cute over on our buffet server. And then I started getting realized I have lots of candy dishes. I don't know about you all, if you all have lots of candy dishes or not. I do. And so that required another order from the store because I didn't have enough candy. I didn't have all the Easter candy I needed. Um, so I had to order more Easter candy for that to make sense. And so I got Easter candy today from Sam's. So now, after the live tonight, one of the other things I still need to do is go finish that and get the Easter dishes all filled up, get everything set out. Plus, I don't know about you all, I do not do, I am not washing anything by hand. It's like people tell me to do hand binding, right? You want to be in a competition, you got to do hand binding. Sorry, I spent way too much money on machines to do hand binding. And I have a very, very nice new dishwasher that does an amazing job. And I am not going to let it down by not allowing it to wash everything in the house that needs washing. I am just not doing it. So I had to put all the Easter dishes in the dishwasher. So those are out now. My Sam's delivery made it. So now I have tons of candy. We won't discuss how much money John spent on candy. And the problem is, John's probably going to eat most of the candy, but that's okay too. Um, oh man, I think I'm out of bobbin. Always something, isn't it? So we will see how that goes. All right, let's get back to chat. What's going on, guys? Oh, Laura says she's out in Gilbert in the East Valley. I am in the very far West Valley. I am out in Sun City West, out in the Surprise area. Yeah, ran out of bobbin. But I actually work down in Tempe 3 days a week. So I am familiar with Gilbert in that area. So I'm still new to Phoenix, or I feel like I'm new here because I did start with a house in South Mountain. I did live in Central Phoenix for a couple of years, but I've been out in this Surprise area now for 3 years. I absolutely love it. Hate the drive. And it just doesn't matter where you drive in Phoenix anymore. The traffic has just gotten horrid. But at the end of the day, I love when I get out here, just like I'm sure you do in Gilbert, because once you get out in the other communities around Phoenix, it's just makes sense. So yes, and I actually started looking today. I would love, love, love to do some type of quilting retreat and do something for us here in the valley and do something different. So I actually looked at a couple of retreat centers and a couple of places today. So we'll see how that pans out. But um, I think it would be so fun for us all to get to meet together and that kind of stuff. Um, I do tend to be a 35th fan is my go-to store. I've been to a few of the others. Um, I think we all find the store that makes sense for us. I can't believe I just did that. Oh, that's actually okay. Huh. Um, and so all good and how that turned out. So I think that would be really fun. Russ says, "Did you change you bobbin for the top stitching?" Yes. I'm not sure what you mean. And I know Russ now he's going to text me and go, "What are you doing?" Laura says she loves some of the Tucson. I'm hoping I'm marked down on the calendar this year to try to get to the Tucson Quilt Show. I've only been to Tucson once. I don't dislike Tucson. I just don't know anything about Tucson because I've only been there the one time. We went down specifically for the biosphere. I always wanted to call it the quad. We went down specifically to visit the biosphere. It was really nice. It's very interesting. If you all haven't seen it or know much about it, there's actually a Netflix documentary on the biosphere. I would tell you to watch it because I do think it's really cool. Um, so that is what it is. Laura says Rusty Barnes show. The Tucson Quilt Show is usually in February. So yeah, I did mark it down balloonist because I'm really hoping to come down and see you all. This year just didn't make sense, right, with QuiltCon, but hopefully next year. Jordy says, I didn't know you have to hand sew binding in or a quilt. It just depends on who you talk to. If you read most of the rules do not tell you that, or at least the ones I've looked at, but it doesn't matter because I'm not ready to enter. When I get to Russ's level and some of you all, maybe, but I got a long way to go yet. I'm just having fun. Becky says, I have extra canned goods in large pots in my dishwasher because I hand wash since it's just me. Oh no. I run my dishwasher every day, even when it is just me. Oh, Jackie lives in Tempe, moving to Chandler. See, we got quite a few locals. We all need to figure out a time to get together. BBMK is usually on here, and she's not tonight. Last week, she was cleaning bathroom and scrubbing grout, so I know she'd much rather be here. Laura says, I moved here in 88. Gilbert was population 20. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I have been here 7 years, 7 years. It's easy to keep up because my granddaughter was born just before I moved here. And it is amazing to me the amount of growth I've seen in 7 years. I cannot imagine if I'd been here 15, 20 years, what this place looked like. Oh, there's Don. Yeah. Hey, girl. I printed out a bunch of your paper piecing patterns today for the gnomes, but I have yet to, that's as far as I got. I hope you are having an amazing weekend, girl. Oh, Look at Jan. Miss Jan's on, my bestie. She's figured it out. She says 35th is a super duper store. It is. I love 35th. And they probably spoil me a little bit, but they should because I have been a pretty good customer to them. Um, all right. I don't know who Polly Shore is. I'm sure I should know, but I don't know. The Rusty Barn is our quilt show in January, and that's at the fairgrounds. I have not gone to that, to be honest. I typically spend enough money. I don't need to go to. Trying to avoid some of the shows, guys. I'm telling you, just and then I don't have to go to shows because I have friends like Russ who goes, "Hey, if you didn't open the email, look what came in the emails today." I tried to stop opening emails, so I spend less money, and then I find these enablers. And it's okay. I'm a grown man. I could say no if I wanted to, but you know what? I'm not going to. I work too hard for my money, and I enjoy what I do. And so, and as long as I'm paying for what I have, and I'm not financing it out the wazoo and that, I think that's okay. I know plenty of men that spend it on tools and cars and other things. I'm spending it on something I enjoy. All right. Oh, you know what? I think I need to clean out underneath. So I think Jake is unhappy there, and I think that's why he's not cutting threads for me anymore. I think Jake's gotten temperamental, if you want to know the truth. Yeah, I don't do the Scottsdale show. I'll tell you that. I went a couple of years ago. I could still smell the horses and all the remnants of the horses being there. So, no, I stopped doing that. Oh, BBMK says she's here, quiet as usual. You go, girl. You do you. But always good to see you. It's always something, isn't it? It's what Sally just said. She had her man fixed her bathroom toilet in that today. So it's always something for us, isn't it? Jan says she's been here since 1993. Right? What a beautiful area. I mean, I just love it out here. Laura says the Rusty Barn shows are so much fun. I would love it. I am sure I would love it. And I am sure I can probably find something. And I'll be honest, maybe I'll go this year. I didn't last year. I can tell you, I didn't go because I've only done this 2 years, right? So I didn't go the first year because that January happened to be code and John doesn't do code. And so I didn't go that year because I wasn't going to go and be code. And then the next year I didn't go. Would have been this year. I didn't go because it was QuiltCon, and it just didn't make sense for me to go there and probably spend money that I didn't need to spend, and then go to QuiltCon. But we'll see because I'm also doing Road to California at the end of January, so it may end up being the same time. And I will tell you, I miss the I usually end up now missing the Scottsdale show because for some reason they choose to do it over a holiday weekend, which maybe makes sense. But for me, I go up north for the holidays, and so they do the show when I'm going to be out of town. So I just avoid it. So we'll see. Okay. Still getting used to the knee lift, but we will get there. Let's see if we can go across one more time. I will be glad to have this first table runner done. Hey, Colleen, thanks for being here this afternoon. Oh, no, Danielle, I open Russ's emails. The problem is I ignore Missouri Star Quilt and Fat Quarter Shop and Fort Worth Fabric Studio and that. So he then takes pictures and sends to me because he knows I might be missing out on something. Although he doesn't encourage me. Um, wow, Jackie's been here since '77. I can only imagine. He'll, you were here then when Metro Center was actually Metro Center and bouncing and going live. I bet that was crazy. My balloon says QuiltCon will be the same as the quilt show in Tucson will be the same. I am not going to Raleigh. I don't have that kind of money to do East Coast. It's just I try to get the East Coast for oh, now I know what's going on. I try to get to the East Coast for to see my grandkids and that during Easter, and then I try to get back there for the beach every year. And to add a third trip to the East Coast is just too much for me. I'm hoping QuiltCon comes back here. My understanding is they had a really great experience. They were really happy with how things went. I know it's the second time they've been here, so hoping they will announce soon that they're coming back in 27. So, because I know I did my part to help support them and encourage them and make them want to make the vendors want to return for sure. We'll see how that works out. BBMK missed it, so she has to go. So we will have to make sure next year or next time around, if they're back, that she's able to go and be part of it. It may be better that I go with someone like BBMK. She may help discourage me from spending so much money on crazy stuff, right? But we'll see. Jackie goes, my son has his honeydew list. Yeah, I have a special friend that keeps a honeydew list as well. Now, see, Laura says her husband's a car guy. He spends money on the cars, and when I spend money on my habits, right? I mean, it is a trade, right? Says the Scottsdale show usually falls on our wedding anniversary. I've gotten a few times, but not every show. Heck, if I went every show, I'd be in the poorhouse. Amen to that. Telling you, there's so much out there, and it's just like my problem is I buy faster, shop faster than I quilt. So that's really kind of making it tough on me, but it's okay. I will get it all figured out at some point. Oh, well, I just broke the thread myself that time. All right. Just would like to get this table runner done. You would think in an hour's time I would be able to do that. Wow, Laura says, I remember Metro Center. I had training there for my first job in Arizona. I think it's so sad to see, some of those things that have come and gone. It's interesting living out on this side of town. Um, Arrowhead Mall, which is the closest for me, is the most um, bustling mall I think I've seen in the last 10, 15 years. I mean, always packed, always crowded, always got tons of stuff going on. It's just like, wow, just fascinating to me how there are people that still shop malls and still go in. So, um, but it's always so crowded. I avoid it. That's the Hallmark store that I actually like because I don't like the Hallmark store that's down here by us. But that said, it gets to be a lot sometimes going in. Let's see if we can get. We're getting close. Maybe we'll get this done before the live is over today. Let's turn it around, go the other direction. Hmm. So next week at work, I have all these meetings coming up, all kinds of craziness to do. It's like, guys, oh no, it's like I already have full time jobs. It just kills me. Like they've got, I got meetings on leadership, meetings on this, meetings on that, and it's like you do realize, like I have a full time job, and so all this other stuff to me is extracurricular. For some reason, they don't think about it that way. So, and I guess since they pay me, I am kind of have to be at their beck and call, which is fine, but still just crazy to me. Keep hitting the wrong button, folks. See if we can get one more row done, then we'll catch up on Pat again. Brian says that quarter shop emails me all the time. I know they do me too. It's like, and they do have some good sales, but it's like at some point you got to go, guys, I got to slow down. Jackie says I used to drive to the Metro Center every weekend for hockey practice and games. Yeah, I know a lot of people talk about the ice rink and that. See, I never got to see any of it. By the time I moved out here, Metro Center was virtually closed or becoming a ghost town. So it's just really kind of sad. Miss Jan, my bestie, says she has her little drink and her wheat thin. So she is one happy camper now. Laura, thank you for understanding. See, she shops faster and she sews too. Colleen goes, you said it right, not financing. It is a wonderful obsession. Yeah. I got friends that want to run to the casinos and stuff all the time. So I don't have I don't worry about it, right? Sally says she thinks many of us sew faster that or shop faster than we sew. I know, I just try to ignore stuff. Oh, Lisa Rose is here. Says I haven't been able to catch a live in a long time. Hope everyone's weekend was a good one. Well, thanks for being here this afternoon. It is always fun to have you back on. It just seems like I think a lot of us have had a lot going on with life, it seems like lately. And you know what? That's okay. It's we do when we can. And I try to be here every weekend. And there's are weekends that I'm not being able to be here, and that's fine too. So we all catch up when we can. That's the nice thing about our YouTube family, and it's fun. Like today, being on the shenanigans with Mr. Russ, and seeing so many people like that watch my channel, watch his channel. Stephanie was on there. I mean, and Stephanie is just such an amazing person and such a sweetheart. And just the family, the YouTube family that we have managed to build out over the last few years is just amazing to me. So, guys, I cannot believe it. Actually, got all the stitching done on this. It is absolutely not a perfect, but as we say, right, finished is better than perfect. And once I put it out on the table, no one else is going to notice it but me. But this was very challenging for me. So interesting. I happened to run across a Donna Jordan video. I thought, how cute, how amazing is that? I want to do that. Started working on it. Then, of course, she passed, which is sad. But she is just an amazing instructor in that. So, um, if you go out, if you all do want to do this, it's called Prairie Points Table Runner. She does not give a pattern to it, which just drives me nuts. So I had to watch the video 6 times and slowly write out the directions and that, since no one else did, to put it together because it only makes sense to me that way. It takes really takes 2 charm packs. It is 3 rows of 11 charms, and then you have to have the charms. I think it's 40 charms to do the prairie points, which were really cool. I actually had someone at Quilt Club tell me that they've never done prairie points, which amazed me because I thought these actually went together faster and nicer than I thought they would. But anyways, I'll show you. Sorry, I feel just dehydrated today for some reason. So this is my table runner. And I wanted something very springy, uh, very dynamic. I ended up, and as you can see, I flipped. The bottom row was supposed to go on the opposite direction. By the time I realized what I had done, didn't matter. And that is an artistic expression that I chose to do. And that's why I did it the way I did it. Anyway, so I got this done. And then I just had to put that on the back. I just wanted something really wild. So it doesn't matter which way you flip it, you can use it either way. Donna suggested that you just basically stitch in the ditch for your quilting. That's what I did. Obviously, I could have put it over on my sit down long arm and done it that way too. That would have been probably just as quick, maybe, for me to do a free motion on there, but I didn't. I like the way it turned out. I had a little trouble getting some of the squares charms lined up just right. Mother tells me that I have to pin. We know John has a gag reflex when it comes to pinning. It's just not going to happen. So while we talk and we still have a few minutes, I can show you. Let's cut this one up because I actually did 2 more. And I actually did not pin because John is not pinning. But I did use clips and it did help a whole lot. And I did actually get these lined up pretty good. And so it does make sense and probably moving forward. John needs to do a better job at that. But, it's just one of those things. I mean, I'm still still learning a lot, still have a lot to learn. It took forever for me to figure out this quarter-inch seam that y'all talk about. Like, wow. But now that I've kind of got it down, it just makes sense. And so am really happy with that. So the plan is to probably take these to Virginia and probably end up a couple of the ladies, family members will probably end up with a table runner in that to go home from Easter. We'll see. Depends on John's mood, right? So John may decide he's just keeping everything for him. Probably not. I know my daughter had asked for placemats. I still need to finish binding those, but I'm like somebody says squirrel, that's me. So I stepped back and started working on these, and then I loved the way that one went together so quick and easy. I won't say for me it was quick and easy. It's taken about 3 days for me to get it done, but for me that was quick and easy. And so I decided I would do another one. And as I was laying that one out, I realized I had stuff for another one. So I thought, why not just do two? So I did two. And again, their spring summer one is actually all black and white, basically. It's a K um, K facet fabric, and that I fell in love with, and I grabbed it. Actually, I bought it at the quilt store yesterday. So I guess I did lie. I bought a charm pack. Okay, so I didn't buy. To me, that's not fabric. I'm used to buying multiple layers of fabric. I'm trying to look because I thought I brought my other scissors in that are bigger to cut this out, but I must not have. Laura said I retired in 2017 and I'm still shopping away. Keep thinking I'm going to cut back, I tell you. Thank you all. I do think it turned out really cute. I'm really happy with it. It is very springy. I just had to do the back. I found this fabric and I don't know when I got this. I'm sure I've had it a while. And actually, John did this out of his stash. And anyways, I found that fabric and I'm like, I just fell in love with that fabric. And I thought, you know what? I am going to put that on the back. Brian said he's about ready to retire and he's not planning to slow down. Guys, I got 6 more years, I think. I am so ready to retire, and living in a retirement community does not help, I can tell you. Well, Lisa Rose got twin grandbabies coming. How exciting is that? I have 4 grandchildren. 2 of them I get to spend a lot of time with, and it's so cool. It's just amazing to have those kids. Oh, Jackie says I do echo quilting. I don't usually always have luck with stitch in the ditch. Yeah, my problem is on this one, I had to do a little creativeness to get it. I've been better off probably just to done um, angles all the way down on it since my charms didn't line up just perfect, but it's fine. It looks good. And when I put a couple of candy dishes on it, I can assure you no one's going to pay attention to it. Oh, Stephanie's here. Hey, Stephanie, thanks for dropping in. It's always fun to see her. I got to talk to her a little bit on Russ's channel today. She's such an amazing friend. I loved getting to meet her at the retreat last year in at Stitch in Heaven. It was so much fun. Lisa Rose says we decided to move closer to them, but not going to happen before they are born. I get it. Judy says she retired in 2011 but kept her part-time job. Yeah, and actually I wouldn't mind working at like the at 35th at one of the quilt stores, and that for me it would probably have to be 35th. Once I retire, I think I could see me wanting to have a part-time job somewhere, um, and then being able to do something that I enjoy and have a passion for just makes sense. I don't know that I can ever just fully retire, but then at the same time, I'm like, well, you're still going to work part-time, does it even make sense to retire? I don't know. It's I probably you all everybody has probably the same struggles, right? I mean, Lord, I've worked since the day I turned 16. I remember I literally got my driver's license the day, or my permit, the way it was back in my day. You had to be 16 to get your permit. I got my permit the day I turned 16. 30 days to the date, I took my behind the wheel and got my operator's license, which now looking back, I realize how bad the state was because, I mean, literally they put me on the road after 30 days of behind the wheel, and I was good to go. I was a fully operational driver. Fortunately, I'd never had any serious wrecks or any of that craziness that some of my friends did, and that was fine, all good and dandy. But I remember coming home. I don't know, 2 weeks after I got my driver's license, and my parents were upset because I had, that was long before cell phones, and they expected me home earlier, and I was a little late getting home compared to normal, and I had stopped and actually got a job. And I remember my parents just kind of being in shock and like, well, we didn't discuss it and we didn't, we hadn't talked about it. We didn't tell you you needed a job. So, like what motivated me or what made me think I needed a job. And I thought, well, I needed a job because I'm a 16, I'm a man, and I want my own money and get tired of if I want to go do something, I don't want to ask my parents for gas money. I don't want to ask my parents for this. I mean, so I started working about 16 in 2 months. And to so think about walking away and just not having that real paycheck anymore, um, I don't know, it's a little scary. So we'll see. I mean, at some point, fortunately, I'm still young enough I can work. My health is good enough I can still work. But um, that's not to say if I won the lottery tomorrow that I wouldn't go probably buy a few other toys, but I would probably it would probably make their head spin how quickly I would be able to walk away from my job if I knew I had that type of money and that type of security. So we'll see. I don't know. I do play the lottery. I do love Jack Pocket. We have Jack Pocket here in Arizona, and we play online. So I don't even have to go to the store to get my lottery tickets and that. I can just buy them online and do it right here. All right, so let's take a look. Let me see if I can birth this out quick enough that we can take a look at it. I have another one done. I thought maybe I would make a little bit more progress. I always think I'm going to make more progress on the shows than I do, but that's okay because I enjoy chatting. And I feel like we're just now getting caught up because it seems like, I don't know, we were, between things happening in January and late last year, it just seems like I got really far behind in my chats, my lives, and all that good stuff. And so I just like keeping up with what's going on, folks. I am looking to do probably start posting videos a couple of days a week. I'm probably going to focus one day a week on posting something more around one one type of quilting and another on probably doing projects in that. So one of the first things I want to do is spend some time working specifically on tote bags because I need to get the tote bags done for the kids, for the grandkids for Easter. And doing that, I think, will help force me to do that. So you might see a few more videos coming out during the week than normal. Wouldn't mind even doing some lives, but I don't want to step on anybody else. So we'll see. We'll try to get a routine for me down first, and then we'll see if there's other things that we want to do. And my pin pointer is in the other room, so I need to go get that. My turner, I guess. And yes, I use a turner. I don't have a chopstick. I know. So Again, something else I had to buy, right? Because we all have to have our toys and our tools. So let's see. Pretty close. All right. So again, this was meant to be another kind of springy table runner. So I will just quickly show you what that this is going to look like. And so I think it's pretty cool once I get it all put together. And then I put this batik on the back because I thought that was just kind of went with it because I really liked this peach and all that and some of the colors that were in here. And then I happened to find this batik and I thought, it's kind of cool because it really definitely goes with the prairie points in that. So, anyways, so that's my second one. I've got a third one back here. I will make sure to get pictures in that. I'm going to try to get better about posting stuff on Facebook, but guys, you know how that is, and it is what it is. But we keep things busy. We keep things happening, right? All right. So, with that said, I I so appreciate each and every one of you being in tonight. I appreciate you for coming on this afternoon and being here with me. I always enjoy getting to spend time with you all, taking an hour or so for us to chat, catch up, and see how things go. So, as always, thanks for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, neighbors, and anyone that'll listen. And let's see if we can't grow the channel and do those things that the YouTube algorithm likes. And as always, guys, until next time, happy crafting.